engaged. I'm engaged.
Pilots describe the object as a white, 40-foot-long, tic-tac-shaped craft.
That object dropped from 28,000 feet down to the surface of the water in less than a second. So he's like, I gotta go check this out, right? So he leaves his wingman up high and he follows it down to the surface, and this thing recognizes him. And next thing you know, this thing's gone. And it was one of the most humbling.
Something from that's extraterrestrial, or something that we have in our skunk works that we are reverse engineering. Because of this technology, when you see the Tic Tac videos and listen to the pilots, it defies all of our laws of physics. The human body would not be able to withstand the pressure from this thing. It's just beyond belief, and some other stuff. And that's why I wish they would release everything that I've seen, because the American public would say, why are you covering this up? I guess you could say, why are they still covering up Kennedy, the Kennedy assassination? There's nothing there. I mean, it's been over 50 years. Everybody's dead. This is about power. It's about control. It's about money. It's about greed and corruption. And that's what runs this country right now. And that's a disgrace.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there onto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Through the spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yah, Shalom, your brothers and the few sisters are edifying when we see with our own very eyes the Lord is allowing the world to see his great, magnificent works. And the people in this planet Earth are screwed. All right? These people are screwed at such a high level they don't even understand. Now, the more we're coming to the end, the more and more things are going to be more revealed unto us. We're going to see the most spectacular things out there. The Lord is not holding back. He's about to flex his power. But the problem, a scripture came in mind. I was watching that. It was one particular scripture. Because this world has this the tendency, especially Jake, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. However, your disbelieving selves has gotten you very despicable. In other words, you see with your eyes and you believe whatever you want to see or whatever is seen. But you don't have no spiritual bone in your body. And that's sad because you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, despite what you call yourselves and whatever you did, we're the most closest people on the planet Earth to the Most High himself. All right? That's the sad part. And people don't have to believe us, Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Psalms 147. That's why a lot of you, Jake, you have a thing called conscience, and you feel something when you do wrong. Why is that? You think it was just by accident? No matter how hard you try to be down with this world, you think it's by accident? Psalms 147. 19. He showed his word unto Jacob. And what was part of his word? Matter of fact, some in the subject of a great subject here. Deuteronomy, I think it's 32:1. It says, give ear, O you heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctor shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as a dew, as a small rain upon the tender herb, as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord. Ascribe ye greatness unto our power. Matter of fact, I believe it was 31. Yep. Deuteronomy 33 and 2. And he said, this is Moses speaking, and he said, the Lord came from Sinai, rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from mountain Paran, and he came with 10,000s of his saints. From his right hand went a fiery law from them. Yeah, he loved the people, and all his saints are in thy hand. They sat down at thy feet, every one shall receive of thy words. So it says that what? 10,000s of his saints. Is not talking about that part, was talking about the angels. Alright, Deuteronomy 32nd chapter, when he said take basically the heavens and the earth were witness of this great divine covenant that took place, all right, between the Lord, the Most High, the creator of all things, and his people. There are plenty of witnesses to that. Okay, plenty of witnesses. So this is why this scripture hits hard and heavy. It said he showed his word unto Jacob. What was his word? His word was the law, statutes, and commandments. He showed his word unto. So we are closer to the Most High than any being in the planet Earth. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Why? Why would they? I believe it's David, right? It's a psalm of David, most likely. Why would he say that they have not known him? He was talking about the nations. The nations don't know the most. They don't know what makes them tick. They don't know the power of Israel. They don't know our Father. All right? They know. That's what. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Jeremiah 10:1. It says, hear ye the word which the Lord has spoken unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. So the heathen, what? Outside of Israel. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. So what's part of the signs of heaven? Yes, you have the eclipse. You have the lunar eclipse. You got the solar eclipse. You got the stars. Okay? But ultimately, you have the chariots. Now, Elder Enough, I put a video up where I believe it was an Edomite that was talking to kids about the scriptures when he was speaking about the Lord when he was born, and the wise men saw the chariot, and the chariot guided them to the Lord. He says, he was breaking it down like stars don't move like that, and the kids like, yeah. So what was it? It was a UFO. So the nations, they dismayed by these signs. They see these signs. They take it as an omen. When you go to real quick, go into history. 2nd Maccabees 5, the 5th chapter. It says about the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt. This is going to the Syrian War. I believe this is the 5th or the 6th. When it was going back and forth between the Ptolemies and the Seleucians, which became the Antiochus line. All right, it was going back and forth, and then it happened that through all the city for the space almost of 40 days. Can you imagine 40 days of seeing beautiful, wonderful works? What is going to describe? They were seeing horsemen running in the air and clothed of gold, armed with lace like a band of soldiers. And the troops of the horsemen in array encountered and ran and running one against another with shaking of shield, multitude of pikes, and drawing of sword, and casting of darts, glittering of golden ornaments, and the harness of all sorts. So this is what? A war game that was being played by the angels. Wherefore every man pray that the apparition may turn to good. Why did they pray that the apparition means spiritual? Matter of fact, let's look it up. Let's look at beautiful. Why would these mighty soldiers be praying that the apparitions were good? Apparitions. It says a ghost or ghost-like image of a person, headless apparition, appearance of something remarkable or unexpected, typically an image of this type. So the angels and the chariots, so forth, they were showing war games. So when they saw these things, they deemed it as an apparition, but it was for what? Good tidings. Because every culture would look at the stars as a guidance, and they'll pray to whatever deity that they pray to guide their steps. This is why the Lord said, be not dismayed of the heavens, because you're going to see these things. This is why the slaves had swung sweet low chariot. The band of angels going to carry me home, because the nation of Israel are known. They know what's going on. All right, psychological, spiritual, which really spiritual, we know, but the Lord removed that understanding from Israel, and that's what that is the upsetting thing of it all. Matter of fact, let me get into it, because this is scripture that came to mind. Isaiah 33, no, 31 and 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Now the Lord, when you go into Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, Deuteronomy, the whole book, with Deuteronomy means second book of the law. Why? Because Moses broke the commandments of the Lord, he had to get it back again. So it was a reminder. And it was basically the Lord had him done it intentionally. Why? Because we're hard-headed people. We need to be told more than twice. All right? So our people have this tendencies of they in love with Egypt. Okay? So when the scripture says in Isaiah, when you go into the history, our people consistently went to Egypt, especially in the time of Jeremiah, after the Babylonians came in, ransacked Jerusalem, and the Lord told Jeremiah to tell the remnant that would remain to stay there, serve whoever's in power. The Lord's going to take care of them. But what did they decide to do? They went down to Egypt. So we always had this running back to Egypt mindset. So the modern day Egypt of today is America. America's modern day Egypt. It says, woe to them, which woe means death and destruction, to them that go down to Egypt for help. We rely, and Egypt is known synonymously through the scriptures as bondage to us. Alright? Egypt's real name is Mizraim, but the Greeks changed it to Egypt. It says, and that stay on horses and trust in the chariots, because there are many. And the majority of our people do what? What do they intend to do? They rely on the U.S. government. They rely on what they see. Alright, our people have not become, they're not spiritual people any longer. Why? Because the Lord did that purposely. Scripture tells you, Isaiah 4 and 6, Hosea 4:6, that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Part of that knowledge is the chariots, what the world ignorantly call UFOs. That was hand in hand, because how the Lord gave it to us. All right, the pillar by day and the fire by night. That was a chariot. So our exodus out of the land of Egypt was spectacular. We seen the evidence of the power of the Lord. But our people now, the Lord removed these thoughts, this understanding from us. Majority of our people, all right, only the elect understands that. So our people seem to be stuck on stupid. It says, and trust in chariots because they are many, and horsemen because they are very strong. Egypt's military might. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. This is why the people, there was a chariot sighting. I can't remember. This is the time of the pandemic. It was a fleet of chariots flying over. And they were screaming it like, oh, this is the reason why they don't want us. They want to lock us in. They was crying. They was making noise. Like, they believe that's an evil sign. That's the point. It says, yet also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his word, but will arise against the house of the evildoers. Why scripture comes in mind? Zechariah, the 5th chapter. All right? Because the Lord has raised up the chariot, his chariots, his weapon of choice. Right? That's why they keep talking about reverse engineering. Why do you think you have drones for? Because they're seeing the signs. They're dismayed at the signs of the heavens. It says, Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So what did he see? He seen a tic-tac, or it could have been seen a flying saucer. But it sounded like a tic-tac chariot. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. Because when you look at the ancient scrolls, they wasn't shaped as but a roll of bread. They were shaped as a scroll, the ancient scrolls, not like a book, it's ancient scrolls. So you seen a flying roll. It says, the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth from the face of the earth, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on the side according to it. So the Lord, that's what scripture says, Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. The eyes of the Lord is what? The chariots of Israel. The number one sighting in the world of UFO sightings is in America. That wasn't by accident. All right. So going back to this, yet he is also wise, and he will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, which is Esau, Edom. All right, that curse. So the chariots is being seen here in America, playing games with the American military. That's a curse. All right, they scouting, they taking notes, they witnessing everything, recording everything. We gotta look at it at this point of view. The chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is recording every foul, demonic thing that people does. This is why it's a fearful thing falling in the hands of the living power. You don't know who's watching you. All right, literally. All right, that's why Esau has this God complex, because he's emulating He's trying to be as the Most High. This is why you have cameras every fucking where. Because he's trying to be like the Most High. Alright? So the Lord is bringing the chariots to the house of the evildoers. He said, against the help of them that work iniquity. What is iniquity? Sin multiply. And that's why you have Kamala Harris, when they ask her about the economy, what did this this imbecile said? She said, people's important thing when they sit in the kitchen is about the economy, and we're gonna look into that. But we have to look at what she said. Important things like as freedom to love who you want to do freely and all this other. So she bypassed the whole point. It's like a slick politician, but people see right through it. But the reason why I bring that up, because she said you could about what is it? What you do to your body. If you want to have for the women to have abortion or not, you could love whoever you want. So all this America is promoting is iniquity. That's all they work. That's all they doing. This is why the eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom. Amos 9:8. So now the Egyptians are men. So you look up to the American military might, which is far thin, who is about to go. That's why your sons and your daughters who are worthless and who has not worked a day of their life, that aimlessly do nothing with themselves, only get it drafted. Alright? And they're nothing but men. There's nothing special about them. And not God. And their horses flesh and not spirit. Because tanks, even these modern weapons, advanced weaponry, is nothing. You heard what the guy said. Said the chariots is out of this world. That's thousands of years advanced technology. So, but people swear up and down that the might that they have on earth is mighty. It says not spirit. Because what? Oh, that's before. I definitely got to bring this scripture out. Let me get that real quick. Psalms 103, I believe, and Psalms 103. Was it 104? I think it's 104. Psalms 104 and 2. Who covereth thyself with the light, with a garment, stretch out the heavens like a curtain, which is talking about the Most High. Alright, his greatness. That's why you have scientists constantly talking about new galaxy here, new galaxy, because the Lord is stretching out the curtains in deep space. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So the clouds, alright, majority of these clouds that we see, they're chariots. This is the power of the Most High, Yahweh. Alright? Going back to this, it says, now the Egyptians are men, not God. Their horses flesh, not spirit. Okay? Oh, matter of fact, there's one more scripture in there. Who maketh, Psalms 104 and 4, that's what I wanted to bring up. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers of flaming fire. So, you can't compare physical to the spiritual. Alright? And it says, when the Lord will stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. So those that trust in this system, those that have the might, the power in this current condition, and those that rely on this power as it is everything, you all gonna fail. All right, because this power is not only is out of this world. All right, it's on a whole nother level, and it's sad that the children of the Most High Yahweh don't see it, but the elect does. This is why, not boasting or bragging, Spur had it. Well, a lot of us realize that only brothers in GMS have the testimonies of great chariots sightings, man. Brothers seen beautiful chariots, man, up close and personal. All right, things that not left for the imagination. Brothers been visited by angels, so forth. Because what the scripture says as Psalms 34:7, that the angels of the Lord compass them that fear the Lord. So there is a difference, and it's a shame for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans not to believe, but also it's not their time. They're gonna believe like the rest. Then it's gonna be too little, too late. So with that being said, it was something real quick through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Normally your brothers edify. Shalom.